In this video, we reach the end of our journey in progress with the UK and Queen Vicky. We will take a look at one of the greatest industrial processes that immensely benefits humanity, namely nitrogen fixing. We end with an overview of events culminating in the assassination of the Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife, Sophie, in Sarajevo in Bosnia. At the end of round 29, the UK has a comfortable lead with 377 progress points. Okay, we move into the final stretch here with a GDP of 490, translating into 24 tokens. We did get 3 tokens from royalties. We also see that Germany has 24 tokens. US has 46 tokens. They really moved up. And then France has 41 tokens also. In the 4 domains, we see that Germany has the edge there with 11 domain strength points to our 8. Transportation, the US has a definite upper hand with 8 domain strength points. In engineering, we have 4 domain strength points. We have the edge there over the US, which has 3 domain strength points. In resources, we see that Germany and the US are tied there with 5 domain strength points. So I would say let's focus on the engineering breakthroughs. Super battleship, urban planning, nitrogen fixing process. That's a real good one to have. Let's spread them out like that. I like nitrogen fixing. That's a really good one. Let's focus on that. We have 2 tokens left over. There we go. Super battleship. And let's see what happens. Good. We got 3 breakthroughs. Super battleship. That's the dreadnought. Urban planning. And nitrogen fixing process. And we will have some more details on that one. Up until the 19th century, agricultural plant fertilization was largely accomplished by using compost, manure, and crop rotation. In the 19th century, an industry is developed around synthetically created fertilizers. It becomes understood that 3 chemical elements are critical to fertilization. They are nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Various means are known to access potassium and phosphorus. However, synthetically created nitrogen proves to be a harder nut to crack. Guano is a major source of nitrogen. It is basically piles of bird poo found in islands off of Peru. It is heavily mined by indentured Chinese workers. After guano sources become exhausted, nitrates in South America become an important source of nitrogen. Nitrate deposits become a key bone of contention between Chile, Peru, and Bolivia in the War of the Pacific between the 3 countries. Sir William Crookes, a famous UK chemist, lectures that food supply for a rapidly growing population in civilized nations is in danger. This requires a concentrated research effort to artificially fix nitrogen. Enter Fritz Haber, a German chemist, to take up the challenge. Haber, with associates, devises a so-called Haber-Bosch process. Hydrogen from natural gas and nitrogen from air are combined in a high temperature and high pressure process to produce ammonia. Ammonia is used to mass-produce fertilizers and explosives. Karl Bosch devises a way for industrial-strength production. A large ammonia plant is constructed in 1913 in Germany. The Haber-Bosch process is considered to be a key factor in enabling the growth of human population. On the dark side, Fritz Haber's talents are used to support Germany's chemical warfare during World War I. Despite protests by scientists from Allied countries, Haber wins a Nobel Prize in 1918. Despite all his efforts for the Fatherland, the Nazis effectively kick Haber out of Germany due to his Jewish background. Soon after his exile, Haber will meet a sad death. U.S. came out on top this time in this round with 22 progress points to our 16. Germany got 7, and France came up with nothing. Looking pretty good there with 393 progress points to 273 for Germany, 268 for the U.S., and 152 for France. Heading into the last round, we have 505 GDP points, translating into 25 tokens. We did get 4 tokens from royalties. So here we are. In terms of the tokens, Germany has 22 tokens, US has 48, and France has 50. Let's see what they do. Okay, as in the last round, let's start off here with the engineering breakthroughs. Did pretty well with them. 15 tokens left over. Let's see here. Maybe we can challenge for some science breakthroughs. Atomic structure. Electrons in fixed orbit. Okay, let's try that. And, well, how about that one? Well, let's see what happens. Only got 1. Okay, so in this final round, we didn't do too well. U.S. came on top with 17 progress points to 12 for Germany, 10 for France, and only 2 for us. Okay, we won the game with 395 progress points to 285 for Germany, and they tied with the U.S. with 285 progress points, and France has only 162. We did very well. However, we could have done better, and we'll take the win. We reached the end of our journey in progress. We see that European imperialism is on a roll, directly controlling much of the planet Earth. However, Europe is divided by a complex set of formal and informal military alliances. Otto von Bismarck states that the Great European War will come out of some damned foolish thing in the Balkans. Serbia wants to gain control of Bosnia and Herzegovina from Austria-Hungary. Gavrilo Princip is a Bosnian Serb who conspires with the Serbian Black Hand Group to assassinate a member of the Habsburg imperial family or high government official. Archduke Franz Ferdinand is the heir presumptive to the throne of Austria-Hungary. Franz loves hunting and collects about 100,000 trophies. Although he is pals with Kaiser Wilhelm II of Germany, Franz tries to take a conciliatory approach with his Slavic subjects. Heedless of many warnings, Franz and his wife, Sophie, visit Sarajevo in Bosnia. Despite Black Hand attacks earlier in the day, Franz and Sophie incredibly and recklessly continue their tour of the city. Their car makes a wrong turn. Gavrilo Princip shoots and kills Franz and Sophie. Konrad von Hertzendorf is a hothead Austrian general who wishes to drop the hammer on Serbia. Konrad is a friend of the pompous and unstable Kaiser Wilhelm II. Edward Grey of the UK tries to settle the matter by negotiations among the great powers. Germany recklessly gives a blank check to Austria-Hungary to crush Serbia. The European powers face a fateful choice. This is our last video when we play the UK under Queen Vicky. We are a clear but not overwhelming victor in winning significant breakthroughs in science and technology. We end on a somber note as we confront an historical fork in the road after the assassinations of the Austrian Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife Sophie. We won the nitrogen fixation breakthrough. The Alchemy of Air by Thomas Hager is a highly readable book that tells the story of how Fritz Haber and Haber-Bosch worked to make bread from air, thus saving the lives of millions of humanity. Please indicate a like and subscribe to our channel. As always, your questions and comments are greatly appreciated. Go to Google Play to access the Android-compatible version. We hope to see you again soon.